Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're here to talk all about a brand new palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the ABH Fall Romance palette. We're going to talk all about it, show it in two different lights, do some comparisons, and I got nothing on my eyes, so we're going to do two different eye looks, one kind of tame, one hopefully a little bit more racy, though I'm kind of a tame gal myself. This video really couldn't have happened without the help of my friend Makeup Craze over on Instagram. If you don't know her Instagram, well, you should. It is listed here down below for you to click on and follow. She has all sorts of makeup news, gossip, and an inimitable take on the makeup industry that I would love for you to check out if you have not already. She was able to let me know where I could get this, and I appreciate it so, so much. So check out that link below. Okay, let's take a look here at the ABH, or Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall palette. Is a $55 palette. I think that's gone up a little bit, hasn't it? With jewel tones, let's take a look here. With jewel tones, metallics, and rich neutrals. Beautiful. One of the latest releases of 12 shade palettes from Anastasia. This one in a nice velvet, kind of a velveteen or velour, really suede feeling. Beautiful jewel tone maroon case. Let's take a look at those again in the pan. Nice little mirror up here that I'm kind of covering to blur a little bit. Now let's take a look at these shades on my arm in two different lightings. Let's start first with studio lighting. Here you go. Take a look at those shades there. They perform really well. I have been playing with them a little bit already today. Perform very much like the other palettes, which have gotten very good reviews. Lovely consistency, easily spread, easy to apply, and so we will continue to play with those today. But the best way to see these shades is outside in the warm, very warm California sunshine. So take a look and see what you think of those. I think $55 is more than usual. I'm also going to show you my Lip Luster Duo. In fact, I think I'll put one of those on now. This is usually about $40, but they're going to be selling them for $23, which, I mean, that's a heck of a deal. A heck of a deal. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on now, and then we're going to do some comparisons because I love Anastasia Beverly Hills glosses. Have you guys ever tried them? They're really nice. So there, I feel a little bit more put together. That's a pretty one, isn't it? And for $23 for two instead of $40, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's do some comparisons, shall we? Okay, so here is our new ABH Fall Romance palette. And I started looking at some of the more recent releases from Anastasia, and I was surprised that there are some similarities. So let's pull a few of them out. For instance, the Nouveau, remember that one? You know, there's not a lot that's the same, but actually there's a few tones in there. Not enough for me to swatch them side by side, but if there's something that you want to see over on Instagram, I am super happy to do that for you. Once again, this is our new ABH Fall Romance, and here is the Nouveau palette. Some of those browns are the same, but if I continually just compare brown shades, everyone's going to fall asleep on me. Here is the Rose Metals palette. Nah, the browns are similar though, the neutrals. Yeah, this is such a different palette in terms of the bottom row is really heavy. Top row is really light. Cosmos is interesting because there are some shades in Cosmos that I thought were kind of, I mean, when you really see them side by side, I suppose not. But if you look at some of the individual shades, I'm struggling to get this out of the light here to show you. If you look at some of the individual shades, there are some similarities. I mean, they're both Anastasia Beverly Hills, so maybe that's the reason. But if there are any of these that you need to see up closer, or if you want a certain shade compared to another shade, or cross-referenced via brand, just go ahead and ask here or over on Instagram. You know I do a ton of swatches over there, and I am super happy to do that for you. All right, should we try these on? I think we should. I have got a bunch of clean brushes here from Sonia G. I will put the names of the shades that I work with on the screen. We're going to do two different eye looks. I think I want to do one that's slightly light and ethereal and one that's a little darker. but we'll see if that's something that actually happens. And again, I'm wearing that really pretty lip duo, one of the shades from that. Okay, let's start this look by going over the eye with this shade here. I was hovering a lot. And we're going to just do this eye first. Okay, I'm going to try to put this mostly into the crease and above. Okay. I'm happy already. I'm such a one and done type of girl. Okay, and then I want to go into the crease. Let's do this purple here. Now, in a way, we are quite lucky, or I am quite lucky, I should say, because I have green eyes, and green eyes love purple. So that way I'm lucky, but you know, this is perfect also for blue or brown eyes too. Or if you have super dark, almost onyx eyes, that'll work as well. All right, so I'm using that same brush because there's no need to make brush laundry. And boy, that is a really darker eye. I want to take another Sonia brush here and go underneath with that shade as well, just so we have a little bit connecting. Ooh, I like that. And then we have some blank space right there on the lid. So I'd like to take that and use it for something a little bit lighter and brighter, maybe this shade here. Because I said I wanted to do a lighter look. So I'm going to put that in there. And I think I want to run this really pretty lavender shade here all the way into the inner corner. And I want to take this brush right here and just blend that darker purple out, because I don't love when things get too dark. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. I want something a little lighter though, just on the center. So let's go in right here and just put that right there. I just want to brighten it up just a little bit. I don't like when eye looks get a little bit too dark. And that's kind of got a little bit of a duochrome shift that I really like. So take a look here. Let me cover this eye. All right, let's try to do something a little different on the other eye, though I realize that will make me a little bit lopsided. You guys can handle it. Let's go in with this green shade here on this other eye. We will put that just on the edge. I know it's a little bit dark, but I like it because it's green. And you know, for me, I always say that I should wear purples because of my green eyes, but I tend to wear greens. So really, I don't think you're going to hear me complaining about this palette too much, because it's pretty much everything I asked for, isn't it? Okay, so we put that there, then we're going to switch brushes and go in right here. This is still a little dark for me though. I don't like when it gets a little too dark, but let's see if I can keep it a bit bright. Okay, let's put that purple in there. And now is my opportunity to kind of brighten things up. But first I want to run that under the eye. So I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay away from some of those darker shades on the bottom, those darker brown shades. I wanted to experiment more with the purples and the greens because that's what you guys maybe haven't seen a lot of lately, or seen a lot of from Anastasia. Brown shades we all know. This one is so fun though. Look at this one here. It's got such sparkle in it. Oh, but it's so dark. Am I going to regret this? Probably, but let's give it a try. I'll just try it a little bit here. Darken that there. Okay, and let me flip this over and let's try the shade here. Right there. I just need to brighten this up and okay, good. This is giving a little bit of a duochrome green shift, and that's brightening that up for me. That's just because I am not, as much as I like to do a smoky eye look, I don't like it if it goes too dark. And I can tell you right now that this palette can go very dark. So this is going to be for those of us who like a really smoky look. If you like a really smoky look, that's going to be easily achieved here. And it's funny, I was just reviewing the Man Eater from Tarte, and I was saying kind of over and over again that last year's Man Eater from Tarte, I felt got away from me and went really dark, and I'm feeling the same here. I like this palette very much, and I think the colors are interesting, and we have, as you see, 2 different looks. But I'm just going to warn you right now that if, like me, that kind of really sultry darkness can get too much and too heavy for you. Like, I like it. It probably needs a different lip look, things like that. I like it. I got a purple eye here and a green eye, and I like it. But I'm just telling you, it's heavy. It's deep. It's sultry. Fall? Yeah, It works for fall, I think, but it's heavy and it's deep, so you've got to kind of want that. Where lately, I admit, I have been tending to wear looks that are a little bit more like, I reviewed the Lancome Louvre palette, and I kind of like that ethereal lighter look right now a little bit better. But they're just different looks, and this is a kind of a heavier palette. But as you see, we've done a real purple eye and a real green eye, and I certainly like it very much. The shades applied and behaved, and I have been playing with them a little bit, just like the other Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, especially the ones recently. So if you have enjoyed those, you will enjoy this as well. Now, if there's swatches you need to see better, if you actually, I know I said I wasn't going to do a lot of brown comparisons here on camera, but if you need that, I'm super happy to do it. Just ask me down below and let me know your name over on Instagram so I can tag you, or ask me on Instagram. I don't care, super happy to do it for you guys. It's my pleasure, in fact. So let me know what you think. These sort of things are what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. It's true that YouTube will recommend creators that you've seen before, but if you could actually hit subscribe, it truly helps me grow the channel. Don't forget to also come and say a big hello over on TikTok, Instagram, and now on Threads. You can become a bigger part of this YouTube community by becoming a channel member for weekly member lives, gossipy lives, I admit. You can give super thanks, which is appreciated, or just shopping from the links below, which I will indeed update with this shopping link as soon as it's more widely available. But in all honesty, any way, shape, or form that you are here, I am greatly appreciative, and I hope to see you all in the next video with my two very different eyes. Bye-bye.